Oh, that's a close one. What are you lot doing here already? Far out. Keen, aren't we? God. Not interested, and all of a sudden, what's going on? All right. It's a bumpy trip to Antarctica, I'm telling you. No! Ice cores, look. Must be that Mount Etna or something. Or Toba. Definitely not the Hunga Tonga, because this was way down there. Morning. Absurdity fans. Ice cores. Not the Marine Corps. Ice cores. What are they? It's like the telescope, isn't it? Looking back in time, just that they do it with ice now. So what happens? If you look at quite a few programs lately, they're estimating that the ice is 400,000 years old. Some of them are saying it's 800,000 years old. Straight away, we have a little bit of a Now what they're saying, there's a couple of charts going around, right? And we've got 100,000 years, 200,000 years, 300,000 years, and that would be 4. All right? It's years, all right? Not parts per million of carbon dioxide, it's years. So then we've got, it kind of is not really about the temperature, it's about the pattern. So whatever they want, what in there, right? Whatever their heart desires. Now, they're saying that according to these ice cores that go back 400,000 years, they've seen a pattern, right? And it runs kind of every 100,000 years, right? So it does this little, right? And it comes down, and it goes up, then it comes down, and it goes up, and it goes down, and then that's where we are. Then they're saying, when this temperature rise is detected in the ice cores mine, right? Where else would they get it from? The carbon dioxide content has also risen. So, and it goes, so you see that these two readings are similar, right? But not exactly identical, but you could see that there is some kind of a pattern emerging, which there really was. But a lot of these patterns, so what was this one here, degrees. So let's say this is, I don't know, like this can be, let's say, a normal line. And everything above it is chaos, right? Normal line, right? And 100,000 years. So this is the present. Sorry, right? This is now, right? So I should have maybe done the other way around, but you know what I'm saying. Thanks to the ice cores. So the ice cores have detected a rise in the heat and a rise in carbon dioxide. But is it really that much of a big deal, because if they've noticed it in the ice cores, the ice is obviously not melting, is it? I mean, what we have here, what kind of ice are we talking about here? Is this science ice or magic ice? I'm asking for a friend, obviously. How can they have 400,000 years, where's the camera, worth of data, right? No, we're good. See, and one says 800,000. 400,000 years. So it was close to 4Ks, big chunk of ice. So it basically worked out, they looked at the ice, just like this, and they went, see, it's a pattern. Winter, and summer, and then winter, and summer, and then winter, and then summer. And I'm thinking, so it snows in the winter, right? And then as the sun comes out, it thaws sometimes, doesn't it? It's all gone, isn't it? So would the ice cores pick that up? No, of course they wouldn't. How could they? They're not there, are they? So it would seem that we've got this spike, but these spikes have been noticed in this ice, and so far so good with the ice. So what is the stress? Now, which one is it? Which one is it? Have they really found this? It's pretty damn perfect. It's so perfect, in fact, what cannot be is these ice cores be an end all of what the readings are, of what our past has been and what our future holds, because it's absolute rubbish. It's ice. Look, who's not to say, right? These cores here, right? Let's just exaggerate, right? So we've gone down to here, and they're saying, can you see that because of the table? Right. We're up here. Right. Don't know how, but they are. They are saying we've got 400,000 years worth. That is taking us back 400 BC, 400,000 BC, all right? And they pointed out there's layers. See, look. It snowed, and then the summer layer. Snowed, summer, snowed, summer, snowed, summer. Okay? And this just keeps going, right? $400,000 years. $200. 100. 300, right? That is bigger, but it doesn't matter. But this is how it's broken down. Now we bring up, let's say, it doesn't matter which section. Obviously, if it's the low section, it's what's the low section going to tell you? What's the bottom 50,000 years going to tell you? And how do they know how do they know this is 400,000 years? Seriously, how do they know? This stuff that's got a half-life and something very strange going on. Very, very strange. Unless there was something in this ice core, that, like a note, hi, this is Phil from 400,000 BC. Can you look Sharon up, see if we pass kids on to our grandparents? Listen, how would you know that 4 K's down, equals 400,000 years, or 800,000 years, or 2 million years, or 80 years? How do you know? How? The other thing, which I was getting at the beginning, let's just say 100,000 years ago, it came up and it got all the way up to here, and then the heat that we had 8,000 years of just intense heat, volcanic eruptions, water eruptions, and the humidity, and it melted again and got all the way back down to there, and then it came up again and then stopped again, and then if they're saying that it's never heated up this much before, right? And these are the graphs. How on earth are the ice cores telling them that there is pending doom if the ice cores that told them are still there? It's illogical. So this is where people are going to go, oh, he's talking crazy, for crying out loud. This is as basic as a planet with a molten core orbiting a mass of nuclear fusion to this climate change. It's the big ones, right? You can't have ice cores that have measured drastic climate change heat-wise, can you? It doesn't work. What's happening now, they say, right? That the ice is melting. So if it's melting now, wouldn't it have melted back then? If that's the case, what are they talking about? It's one of those again. It's about the bubbles. You'll see bubbles in the ice, right? Not like that. This is a proper bubble. No. Yeah? That's probably how Roma timed, because he had one of those little hourglass things. They say that there's bubbles. So when it snows one year, and then the summer layer goes on of whatever it is, the carbon dioxide, the layer of carbon dioxide. And the next year, the snow, and it, over the years, 100,000 years, 200,000 years, 300,000 years, always colder, never warmer, right? 400,000 years, boom. They check it, everything is hunky-dory. And look what we've proven. We've proven that there's been 4. We're on the 4th, right? There's been 4 temperature spikes every 100,000 years. This is just one of the things that comes up. And this is all about the ice. So this ice is telling them this. Boop, 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 boop. So when all this is happening, even though this is happening, the next snow layer is there. And then the summer layer, and snow, boom, 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 boom. Look, he says, 400,000 years. Not too sure. I'm pretty sure I'm right. If you think about it, how can the ice cores tell us of impending doom if they're still there? Isn't it? If there was a CO2 rise and these spikes, what kind of sorcery are we talking here? Huh? What kind of sorcery is this? Ice doesn't melt. Look. It's only ice. Yeah. So as you can see, how far would the drops have gone? And if people now say, no, the ice is all in the ice. It stays there year by year by year by year. No, it cannot. Because when it gets warm, right? See how it melts? That's the tricky thing with ice. Look. It's all right when it's down in the Arctic shelf, and I fully understand that that ice is really packed, and that it, it's going to stay there. But it's not if it's a real sunny day, and another sunny day, and another sunny day, and we're talking 400,000 years, right? We could say escorcho conditions for 500 years. 500 years solid. How much ice would be left? We've done the Industrial Revolution thing, 150 years they reckon. And how are we looking? Alexa, how is the ice in Antarctica looking? Is it building up or is it disappearing?
From ushabas.com, it is gaining more ice in some areas, like parts of East Antarctica, and losing it quickly in others, in West Antarctica and the Antarctic Peninsula.
Okay, so sounds like perfect for a planet with a molten core that's in an elliptical orbit around a star. Classical stuff. It's losing ice a bit more in one place and not so much in another place. Don't even try to say, we're going to find out now. We're going to study and we're going to find out why it's losing more. Oh, this is what they do. They just get into the smallest of details and there's no need and it's rubbish. They're claiming knowledge that cannot be known. But that doesn't change the fact about this. If it's never been this hot before, right? If it's never been this hot before and this fast, how do we know what happened to the ice here? But they've got this, they've got the graphs. They have got the graphs that shows what the ice has shown them. It's a matter of common sense, isn't it? So you know more than the scientists, more than the researchers? No. I just know that if they're going to tell us that the ice cores is what has recorded this heat, but it's never gone this extra bit of hot, how do we know it's never gone this bit of extra hot? Because the ice would have melted. So it wouldn't have been here. Maybe it melted down to 300,000. It's impossible to know, right? And if they think that these lines, this could be a line from 70,000 years ago, and this line could be from 82,000 years ago, and then this could be from just 83, because this whole thing here was just bang, 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 snow, and it got compressed. There's so much going on. But there's bubbles in the ice, right? So this is a section, like cut out of here, like that, like a hockey puck, and inside it, there's loads of tiny little bubbles, right? And if you look at the ice cores, not all of them have these bubbles. All of a sudden they do, right? So it's these bubbles that they put them in a container or something, they boil it, the gases come out, and then those gases get fed into a gas reading machine, and it's coming up with CO2, electric cars, right? It's giving them little hints in the readings when they're getting the readings out of the computer. Yeah, CO2 rise, stop the cows farting, that kind of a thing. So there you have it. So ice cores, that's 5. Let's add the ice cores to the absurdity list. Ice core number 5. Now, if you're gonna bag me, right, come on to my page, come on to where I'm leaving the clips and the reels, and just go hell for leather at me, go for it. Feel free. I don't delete, hide, or anything, any comments. The more the merrier. There you have it, folks. The ice cores have measured these real big high temperature spikes. And the one question one person has is, how do they read those spikes? And if they did, why are we stressing right now? You know what I mean? I'd like to know how they know. It could be 60, 70, 80,000 years or 10 million years, couldn't it? Depending how deep that snow first fell. There you go. So if it snowed and snowed and snowed for like 500 years, and the first snow, like even in the summer was cold and it really did build, let's say to 25, 30,000 feet, meters, sorry. Yeah. Years, sorry. Then you would expect when the new layers came on, it would be kind of protected, wouldn't it? So even if there was a hot summer, it might just take an inch off. But if you had 10 hot summers and it didn't snow much in the winter, you're back down, aren't you? Right? It's ice. It's not freaking magic beanstalk here. It doesn't just keep going up into the sky. It's ice. If it gets too hot, it melts. If it has gotten too hot and it's melted, that will never be able to tell us. So for them to say this, it's number 5, an absurdity. Cannot measure catastrophic heat climate change with freaking ice cores. It's illogical. Oh God, I got that one out of the way. There's another one I want to do. I was going to do it, but I'm going to do it separately. So there. Was that clear enough for you people that keep whinging? All I do is talk rubbish. See you later, peeps.